Hey everybody, it's SK again. In the last episode, we defeated the Shadow Lord. We're rank 6. Go Gadget. But today, what I would like to do, as crazy as it sounds, I actually want to try to get Limit Break 4 and Limit Break 5 done, which means that should increase my level cap to 75. Now, ordinarily, that would be sheer insanity. Because, you know, you don't want to fight mod at level fucking 66. That's insanity. You're going to get your ass kicked unless you're a super OP or you have massive amounts of potions. However, I found out while looking all of this stuff on the wiki that I now have something called Rhapsody in Umber. And you're just kind of like, alright, colorful images float before your eyes as you listen to this ancient tune. Okay, what the fuck does that mean? That means nothing, right? Well, apparently, what that actually means is that I can actually now bring trusts to certain fights, like the Mott fight and all that kind of stuff, specifically. Which means that the Mott fight is actually doable at level 66 for me with absolute scrub tier gear. And as a point, this is my gear. The Tactician's hand hook something or other are actually probably one of the best ones I can get at this level. Thank God, they were actually pretty cheap. But yeah, so my ranged weapon is a fishing rod. I actually have the Oppo Nexus necklace to actually do the whole, like, TP gain strat, yada yada yada, purple monkey dishwasher. But, yeah, like, I'm wearing a fucking MP earring. Because, you know, I can. Like, it's literally all I got. And I'm actually down to 224,000 gil now because I spent the Oppo necklace and a bunch of sleeping potions. But yeah, my gear is kind of, I mean, except for my AF, which is pretty baller. Yeah, it kind of, my gear sucks. So the trusts will be carrying me. However, before that, I need to get Limit Break 4 done, which is super easy. It shouldn't take that long, which is why I'm hoping to get Limit Break 5 done as well. The long part of it is actually going to be getting my monk testimony. She's becoming stronger by the day. Maybe you're ready for my next test. How about it? Of course. Now listen carefully. First, you must get your hands on 4 kindred seals. Got it. I'm going to give you 4 hints. You have to figure out who I'm talking about. I'm going to give those kindred seals to each one of them. I've already talked to them, so all you have to do is hand over the kindred seal. They will trade you back a strange stone. If the person you try to trade to it doesn't accept it, that means you've got the wrong person. Here are your 4 hints, so listen up. In order to find these people. Alright, I've got the wiki up and ready, because I suck. So here we go. 1. A man who started raising his own sheep to get some good wool. Okay. 2. A boy watching over Dalzek's home while he's off adventuring. 3. A little girl sick of being left out all the time. And 4. A boy who only thinks of his sick mother. Think hard. You'll figure out who I'm talking about. But I don't. That's why the wiki article is up. Okay, so a man who started raising his own sheep to get some good wool. A man who started raising his own sheep to get some wool. Where? So, Malon and Selbina. Okay. So, one is Malon and Selbina. A boy watching over Dalzak's home. Let's see. That's Quill and Bastok Markets, of course. Of course. I actually should have known that one, because that actually sounds vaguely familiar. 3. A little girl sick of being left out all the time. So it's a child, always. And Ruru at Port Windhurst. Okay. And a boy who only thinks of his sick mother. Okay. Ramonel in Southern Sandoria. Aw. Alright. So yes, I cheated. I cheated the fuck out of it, but you would too. You would totally do it, because what the fuck is that supposed to mean? This game is vast and immersed, and it has a lot of characters and a lot of very interesting and in-depth stories, and I don't have time for that shit, yo. So off to the wiki it is. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the Southern Sandoria first and talk to Ramonel. Mainly because, you know, Sandoria is my home state. It's my homes. G. Okay, travel to another home point. Southern Sandoria. Which one is which? F8. So I want to go to that home point right there. Yeah, that might be the closest. So Ramonel, Gwil, Shanruru, and some dude in Selbina, whose name I've already forgotten. I'm very sorry, sir. Your name has already been lost to the annals of time, except that, you know, you're on the internet, which means you're there forever. F8. 8! So, in here, yeah? Sup? Hello? I'm here to trade you a kindred seal so I can be boosted in levels, yeah? You out here? Nope. Okay. This is not the house I need to be in. Hello, Reminel. Where you at, fool? Is it over here? You know, I could just use the map. I kind of forget that this is a thing that exists sometimes. What the f- Yo, Reminel! Yo! The fuck? Where you at? Clearly he's like right there. Did he not spawn or something? I mean, it's entirely, well, not even possible. It's entirely probable that I'm just an idiot and not paying attention here, but like, for reals? Where you at, fool? Is there another, wait, is there another floor? Is there a third floor? Like, there's not a third floor, right? What the hell? I want to be able to look up, please. Please. So where's Ramonel? I see you on the map shaking that ass. Where you at? That's not F8. Ramonel, right? What only thinks of a sick runner? Southern Sandoria F8. Okay. Maybe he wanders or something? I don't know. Do NPCs wander in this game? I just thought about it. Do they actually do that? Oh yeah, they totally do. Never mind. F me. Alright. Hey kid. Hang on a sec. Hang on a sec. I said, hold your effing horses, kiddo. Yay! Also, I want to talk to you. Sorry, I have deliveries to make. Oh, that makes me feel bad. He's thinking about his sick mother, so he's working to pay for her health. Oh god, that's too real, man. Back into the fantasy land. So I'm a monk. And I'm wearing monkey style gear, and I'm running around trying to get into my level 70 limit break because I'm a baller like that. Alright, so that's one down. So I need to go to Gwyll and Bastock Mines. And I actually know where he is. Yay, I think. Bastock Mines Auction House, because that's probably the closest I can find. Then there is Shanururu. Roo. And then there's that dude in Selbina. Poor guy. I'm just, it's the dude in Selbina. I can't think of the other name. Like, F it. Oh, I miss Bastock. I mean, I am a Sandy for life kind of person, but I gotta admit, I do love me some Bastock music, man. This is such a really awesomely constructed city. So let's see if I can remember where Gwyll is. Second floor, first floor? Second verse, same as the first? Ba-da-ba-da-da-da-da. Okay. Not going through there. Maybe it's over here? Well... Alright, I admit defeat. I don't know where you are. Are you on the first floor? First floor? Awful. Yeah, that's cute. Well... God, I feel like I'm going through a search function that is not... What the hell is it? What is the name of any other search engine aside from Google? There's Bing. There's like the Yahoo search engine. Does anyone ever remember the one that was like Ask Jeeves or something like that? Does anyone remember that one? But seriously, Gwyll. My man, where you at? Wait, what? Wait, he's in Bastock Markets? Are you shitting me? So who the hell was I thinking about? I mean, to be fair, the other thing also said he was at EF. Well, then again, he also walks. Never mind. Words. Okay. Okay, so we're a monk. We're getting our level 4 limit break. So let's go to Bastock Markets and hopefully do this correctly this time. Home point. Deep, 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 deep. Travel to another home point. Current region. Bastock Markets. Auction house, because why not? So, Will. Bastock Markets E11. Wait a minute, is that near the exit? Meh. But I do love this damn music, man. This makes me so happy. A lot of things about Final Fantasy XI makes me so happy in a kind of pure nostalgia way. Yeah, that's totally gnarly, dude. Sorry if my commentary seems a little bit, shall we say, janky. So recently I went to get my... Or not went to get, but I went to visit my nephew on the other side of the country because his high school, or because he was graduating high school. Yeah, this story is starting off in just the most perfect of perfect foots. I just said foots and not feet. Okay, so yeah, long story short, I've had about like 4 hours of sleep in the last 2 days. Well, that's not true. I had a bit more because I basically just sort of passed out for a while, for about like 3 or 4 hours as soon as I got back in. But 3 or 4 hours of sleep in the middle of a Thursday afternoon after getting 4 hours of sleep over the course of 2 days. Driving, I mean, I flew in and then I drove about 600 miles because I drove from one city to another and then back to the first city and then back to this first city and then back up. I went from City 1 to City 2, back to City 1, back down to City 2, back up to City 1 so that way I could hit the airport. So, you know, that's 150, 400, 153, 456. So, yeah, that was about like 750 miles of travel in a car in like 24 hours. That's a lot of drive time. And don't get me wrong, the drive was very relaxing because I forgot how beautiful that area was. It's very lush and verdant? I don't know. What's the fucking word where it means like really bountiful and full of life and all that kind of stuff? Because that's what that was. A very beautiful area. But it was also like 12 hours in a car. And then, you know, add insult to injury as I was actually driving back to turn my car in. I never get takeout. I never get words. Okay. Sentence structure, Aaron. Sentence structure. I never get fast food or takeout or stuff like that, or it's extremely rare that I go through a drive-thru or anything like that. But I went through the drive-thru because I was hungry and I was tired and I needed caffeine or else I was gonna pass the fuck out. Going to Port Windurst here. I mean, I wasn't going to Port Windurst. That's not like a real place. Yeah. But anyway, I needed caffeine, so I got a Coca-Cola at McDonald's. And as I was getting ready to turn everything in, I looked down and realized that at some point, I guess the bottom had fallen out, like it had just... the water is wet, go figure, and it kind of like ate through the bottom of the freaking cardboard drinky thing that I had spilled all over the passenger side of the car, and the cup holder, and just everything everywhere. So I had to stop by my parents' house. I was like, hey guys, how's it going? I'm only gonna be here for a couple hours, so I need to borrow your roll of your roll of paper towels here because I need to clean up my mess because I'm pretty sure they're gonna charge me an extra fee if I just have a massive, giant, sticky mess of Coca-Cola on the passenger side of a rented car. Good times. So yeah, long story short, very sleepy. Words are janky. Thinking is kind of hard, but god damn it. Oh, there you are, Shanruru. You're like way the F over there. Got it. But god damn it, I'm getting Limit Break 5. I told myself I was gonna get here and I was gonna record at least one episode so I could feel somehow productive, you know, despite the fact that I traveled 1,500 miles, and actually managed to take a flight without wanting to have an anxiety attack, even though the takeoff and landing still makes me super woozy and queasy, and it was not pleasant. But to be on the safe side, but I mean, you know, celebrating the small victories here, I was able to, you know, go on that flight without having, you know, a small anxiety attack. Because, I mean, the last time I've granted, I've only flown quite literally 5 times in my entire life. The first one was several years ago, and then the other 4 were flying up to this area, and then back twice over the past 2 years. But, this story is making, like, no fucking sense. I'm so sorry. But, long story short, I really should stop saying that because the story's not getting shorter for it. You know, when I've been on the planes previously, I've been just kind of like, it's okay, it's cool, telling myself it's alright, don't be afraid, it's okay. You're not going to explode into a fiery mass of death, probably. It's statistically improbable. You know, yeah, there's bumps and you know, yucking and jiving and all that kind of stuff, but it's just like a bus. It's just like you're riding on a bus that's going over, you know, a couple of bumps. You know, only this bus is going 600 miles an hour and it's 30,000 feet into the air because apparently it was shot out of a cannon, I guess. And then I start freaking out a little bit again, so I have to stop the bus analogy before I start having a panic attack in front of like 85 people. But I didn't do that this last time, so that's good. I was actually playing an English patch version of De Langrisser on a hacked PSP that I managed to buy. It's Hannah Montana Purple. Yes, I'm not even kidding. It's actually literally called Hannah Montana Purple. Okay. I mean, I have no particular... Hey! I never had this home point. Okay. I don't have any particular love loss for, you know, anything relating to Hannah Montana, but I will say it's a nice looking purple. It's a nice looking little product, and it allowed me to actually play video games on, you know, when I'm 36,000 feet in the air, so I don't have to think about the fact that every little bump means that it could be, you know, my imminent death. So it's good. You know, we're good. We're okay. So who the fuck am I getting to here in Delbina? A man who started raising his own sheep to get some good wool. Melion. And this music, man. I think that was off key. I'm sorry. Oh, there you are. You just hadn't spawned in yet. Sorry. Like I said, the brain parts and the thinking and stuff, it's... I'm trying. I'm really trying, but it's probably not providing the most excellent commentary, to which point I am very sorry. I would like to provide good commentary. That's one thing I always strive to do, is make something that is hopefully entertaining. Excuse me, no. Something that is entertaining. Having said that, my brain needs to actually start functioning, which is why I have like 3 freaking cups of well, not coffee, but, you know, various forms of caffeine all up in my business over here, so that way hopefully my brain can start working. Now granted, I also realize that is somewhat self-defeating because, you know, ingesting caffeine basically just makes it worse. It's giving you a shot of energy, but then it kind of fades and then you're tired, and the problem is, even though you're tired, the caffeine is still in your system because I think it has something like a 48-hour half-life or a 24-hour half-life. It's basically in your bloodstream for X amount of hours. Even after it stops being useful, it's still in your bloodstream, so it can still passively interfere with, you know, your sleep cycle and all that good stuff. How I know this and why I'm talking about it, I don't know. I haven't actually talked about anything relating to Final Fantasy XI, barring the occasional comment here and there for probably like past 20 minutes, which is hilarious because the video is only 18 minutes long so far, but whatever, fuck it, let's go. Excellent job. Remember, adventure is not just all about battles and monsters, about the people you meet along the way. Try not to forget those faces. I have already fucking forgotten, dude. I would just like to take a point of mentioning that. So, while watching a 18-hour long... No, was it 18? No, excuse me, it was 16-hour long speed run of 1 to 99 via Final Fantasy XI, I actually found out a couple of interesting tricks you can use to speed up the process. So you see how I'm 1 EXP away from level 66, and how LB5 cannot be started unless you were level 66? Well, I found out a really cool idea. So you go into, like, the tutorial section here, right? You go to level cap increase. And boom! 300 experience points. I'm now level 66. So guess what? Now I can talk to Mott. Again. Oh, it's got, like, a really super dynamic camera spin, too. It's been a long road to the top, and I'm sure you've had your share of hard times along the way. I want you to remember back to the very first day you stepped out into the Vanadil sun. You were still a tiny ant trying to climb a mountain, but now look at you, riding the clouds to the stars. But don't think that you've reached the top. Even if you break one limit, there's always another waiting for you. But it's our persistent aiming for that top that makes us great. However, I'm growing old and there's not much left to teach you. Our tale together has reached its final chapter, so to speak. But before you turn that page, I'll need you to bring me a monk's testimony. What's the look on your face? Rounding up something like that should be no problem for a lady like you. It's not necessarily a problem, it's just gonna be a pain in the farkin' ass. Master Mott! What in... Oh, it's you, Wolfgang. I wish you'd stop sneaking up on me like that. It's bad for my heart. It is time, sir. Oh, yes, of course, because that's not ominous sounding. Sir, we're still not bothering adventures with your games, are you? Games? You should talk, Wolfgang. Why, never mind. Here could slice you up and eat you for breakfast. I'm a monk, dude. I use fists. I don't do the slicing and dicing. Yes, sir. Now we must be off. I'll meet you at the gate when you arrive. What? Is he doing his BCNM thing too? Is he doing his limit break? Aw, you're so sweet, Wolfgang. You're so adorable. Sorry about the interruption. Anyway, get me to that monk's testimony. While you're doing that, I'll finish my business with Wolfgang. Nito Farkin Petito. Okay, so, Shattering Stars. I'm just looking this shit up right now because I don't know exactly where the monk testimony is. I probably should have looked at it. So it can be from either the Jotun Hall Keeper in Upper Delkford Tower, an Orcus champion in Devoy, and in fact is a monastic cavern. Fuck that, not going there. A Shore Sahagin in Sea Serpent Grotto, or a Yagudo Flagellant? Flatulent? I don't know. In Castle Ostrosia. So chances are between all of them, I'm probably going the my fucking god, words. The Upper Delkford Tower route. Because one, that's the shortest trip for me. 2, fuck everything about Devoy and Monastic Cavern. 3, fuck even more everything about Castle Ostrosia. Even though it's probably technically the easiest of the 3. I don't even know. My power rankings kind of changed dramatically. Is that guy named, like, the Hobo? Oh. Ibokubo. Okay, sure. I just somehow read that as the Hobo. Alright, you know what? Whatever. This is some quality freaking content right here. I can tell you that right now. You know... No. The fuck is it? Oh, Quiffum! It's Quiffum! That's where it is! Nerd! But yes, as I was saying before, what was I saying before? Oh yeah, I guess the Rhapsody in Umber, which is, you know, defeating the Shadow Lord, gives you the ability to summon trusts in, certain thingamajigs. Oh, I also never got... Oh, so during that, special event McJiggery-Doo, I got the crab and the red crab. The problem is, I haven't actually turned it in yet. So I should probably do that at some point. But for the moment, I'm just still happy with the tiger. And I'm still super happy with the Chocobo music. I'm starting to say Chocobo, guys. Aren't you proud of me? I'm not saying Chocobo anymore, even though it kind of looks like chocolate to me, but what the fuck do I know? A Chocobo. I got the Chocobo music going on, because the mount music sucks. I mean, it's not bad, but it's kind of generic, and it's not the music you want to hear like 18 barking times. So, Upper Delkford then. Where the hell is the Jotun Hall Keeper? And I mean, it's a good thing that I actually changed the Chocobo music, because, I mean, at this point with mounts, you're not gonna see... You know, you're not going to hear the Chocobo music anymore because you don't ride Chocobos. Macro. Nope. Shentoto Kupipi and... Did I spell that right? I spelled that right, right? Right. Shut up, don't look at me like that. So I did, obviously, as you guys see, I got Shentoto too. I got my red crab. And I don't really think there's anything else I can get, or that I even necessarily want to get, from the logging campaign, because at this point I'm in that sort of Pokemon-esque gotta catch 'em all type thing going on. And I have realized that apparently Shantoto is like the most powerful spellcaster, because her level 1 skills do just as much damage as like Shantoto's level 3, or regular, I don't have regular Shantoto. You know, like Ulagor basically just farts all over people. Or she just farts all over Ulagor. Words. Just fuck sentences. Okay. So let's start over. Is there anything I can actually do while I'm here? No, this is Lower Delphic Tower. Of course there's not going to be anything I can do while I'm here. I gotta go to Upper Delphic Tower. Because they all have their own separate grounds tomes, I think. Wait, they do have... Do they have separate survival guides? Because that's a survival guide right there. Does the Upper Delphic Tower have a survival guide to it? I wonder. Also, I'm pretty sure I have the key... Well, I'm not pretty sure. I know I have the key item for the tower key, but I don't physically have the Delphic Tower key. I gave that to Grundy so he could actually effectively speedrun this shit and get back up to that level 50 because of that whole debacle with my power going out and all that good shit. I'm not angry, but I'm still a little bit salty over that, and he can just keep that as a souvenir because fuck everything. I was actually just about to ask, like, at this point, if we use the key item, then what the hell is the point of even having the key? Well, the key is to get you in if you don't have the key item. Once you have the key item, you don't need the key anymore. So it's kind of like you do it once, pass it off to an alt, and that way you never have to go through this bullshit again. Also, I'm going this way so I can actually go to the top floor and not have to fight through 10 floors of shenaniganry. I hope. What's up, Magic Urn? How y'all doing? How's it going? Good? Great. So you guys are probably going to see some awesome monkey goodness here. Question, is counterstance worth anything? I was reading, well, I am reading this, this shindig here. And, it seems like it's very split down the middle. Like, counterstance is either really, really good or really, really bad for the Mott Monk fight here. So I don't know if it's actually something I want to do? I don't know. I mean, I'm level 66, so I'm pretty sure I don't want to go toe-to-toe with him anyway. And what I'm likely to be doing... How's it going, guys? What I'm likely to be doing is, now that I have trusts, I'm going to be spawning all of my healer trusts. All of them. All 4 of them, because I'm going to be 100-fisting and just beating the living shit out of him. And I mean, it's designed to have... Oh, hey. It just teleported me. Oh, never mind. This is Upper Delphic Tower, and it's a different... That's right. It's considered a different map because this is the first floor that runs you all the way up to the 10th floor, which means that it would fucking break the game, sort of thing, if this were still... Okay, never mind. Brain is working. Theoretically. But I will say, Shantoto 2, fucking awesome looking. Got the Super Saiyan hair thing going on. Now, how do you legitimately gain Shantoto 2? Is that just a rare thing? Like, is that part of, like, the Shantoto Ascension sort of thing? Like, because she does seem, like, very Super Saiyan-y, and I'm wondering if there's actually a lore-wise element as to why she looks so, well, baller, if I'm to be so blunt. Now, I don't want to offend anybody's sensibilities here. I realize I need to tone down the language, so to speak. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, man. I'm tired. I just want to go to sleep at a semi-decent time. Like, I can't complain about jet lag because it was literally an hour difference. But the whole staying up until 5 a.m. to clean, and because my sister's cat, who I guess is not, cut, so to speak, decided to just drop fart bombs on me all goddamn night. And I mean, those farts were not of this fucking world, man. Those things were disgusting. What the hell is wrong with that cat? Cleaning and just dealing with that. So I got about an hour and a half of sleep the first night. And then, as I was driving back up, I stopped over at my parents' house and was just like, look, can I just, like, crash on a bed for, like, 2 hours? And I did for, like, 2.5, 3 hours. And almost had a freak-out session because I forgot I left my keys downstairs, and I'm like, it's a fucking rental, I don't have spare keys, my flight leaves, I can't, and then they were downstairs with everything else, and I was like, okay, I'm just dumbass, I'm tired, it's all good. I also, apparently the update to OBS added some kind of compressor option, which I think I have enabled right now. I don't even remember if I was testing it early, I don't remember if it's still enabled or not, so, I guess it sort of normalizes the sound quality, so to speak, so that way it doesn't super peak and murder people's eardrum. How do I get up? You're not telling me this is actually like a one-way thing, right? I thought the whole point of this thing was so that way it could be a shortcut up to the 10th level. You're telling me I have to walk all the way up to the 10th fucking level? I can't use this shortcut? Okay, hold the fucking phone. Upper Delkfoot Tower. At age 6. Treasure chest, don't give a fuck. 0 fucks being given. Just... like, no. What? Is there a way actually? Like, what? Delkfoot Tower. Okay, I'm gonna go through, like, Final Fantasy XI Atlas, right? There's from the 10th floor. There's gotta be a way to, like, go through this faster, right? I know this is Final Fantasy XI, and they're all about the, you know, they're all about the struggle, but there is a way to get up to the 10th floor here without, like, what? There's really not a way to get up here from the stairs, is there? This is just a quick exit, isn't it? Oh. Exit. Just an exit. It's just an exit, boys. It's just an exit. Alright. Okay, well, back down we go. To go back up the long way, I guess. It's kind of not fair. I mean, half the fun of having that option, for me, was just to be like, hey, I can bypass all the bullshit and just take the long way up, or take the shortcut. Though, to be fair, I guess if I had another party member that was already up there, they could drop the elevator and I could walk back up, sort of deal, but, you know, that would require other people. And, you know, finding other people in an MMO is just, like... no bueno. By the way, that was facetious for anyone who may actually be taking that seriously. Please don't. Half what I say is just complete and utter hyperbolic bullshit. In case you were not aware of that, yeah, I basically just, you know, talk out of my ass and just hope it sounds good. Which probably sounds like something I should speak to a gastroenterologist about, but, you know, I'm also cheap. Well, I mean, there's no point summoning trusts, at least until the 10th floor and I'm finding Jotun McGee. Because at this point, like, why? Because he's... I mean, nothing here is even a remote challenge for me. I say that now, knowing full well I'm going to run into something that's a notorious monster and he's going to kick my ass, because that's kind of how my luck goes, so to speak. So, why does it zone me 3 fucking times? Now, why is there... okay, so, if this is just an exit, right? If this is exit only, why the fuck... what's the... oh, that's just a... why is there grounds tome here? Doesn't even give me anything good. Why is that there if that's just, you know, a teleport out? Also, you can see that the map's not completed. No, never mind. Never mind, it just hadn't spawned in yet. You know, whatever. That's fine. Oh. But watch, there was probably a way to actually get through that I was somehow missing. There was probably like some kind of lever or some such. And if there is, please feel free to let me know so that way I can revel in my idiocy. for all of time. But seriously, there's like nothing here. This makes me a little bit salty. Hey, is the runny thing still going? Runny thing, yeah, that's a sentence. Is the whole, like, Mog bonus thing, where if I rest for a second I get a super awesome run bonus thing still existing? Maybe? It totally does, bitches! Good. Use that while I have it, because that will make my life just ever so bit easier. Why is there water? My left ear is very soothed. Huh, alright. That's some weird shit, but sure, whatever. I was saying something and I've already forgotten what it was. Okay. I need more caffeine. Hang on a sec. It's not going to hit the bloodstream fast enough, but at least I'm trying. Failing miserably, but I am at least trying. You know, the funny thing is that this video is going to end up being something like 57 minutes long, and 40 of those 50 minutes is going to be me just running up fucking Delkfoot Tower. And if I had known that, I would have just fucking teleported to goddamn Monastic Cavern or someplace where it was just like shit tier central population. Yes, open the door. I wouldn't have wanted you to open the door. If I didn't click the door, I wouldn't want to open the door. Just open the goddamn door, please. Thank you. Alright. So, let's see if I can remember how the hell to actually get to the top of McJiggery-Doo land here. I think it's up through here, maybe. I kind of want to summon my trust just so I can have some companionship here, because I am feeling ever so lonely. Well, it looks like there might be an NM up here. I may as well try to see what he can drop. If he's here, I can poke him repeatedly with my weird, curvy fisticuff things. Yep, you're totally here. Sup? Sup, Hippolytus? How you doing? Pelotus? You doing okay? Yep. Nope. You're also really freaking scary looking, which is pretty cool. Thank you for the music. Other than just the utter silence that has been going around for God knows how long. Oh, you hit me, you bastard. How dare you? I'm gonna punch you in the nuts a few times, just to prove a point. You know not how powerful I will become, good sir. So it seems like Howling Fist is like the TP ability of note here. Oh, he's 100 fisting. Oh, how adorable. You can 100 fists. Okay, let's see what Dragon Kick does, though. Never mind. Okay. Never mind. But what the hell did he drop? Giga Socks? Maple Shield? Where the hell are you? That's not at all worth it. And Gigas Bracelets. Which are actually kind of okay. Those are actually not bad. That would have been... maybe not necessarily twink gear, but that would have been really nice BCNM gear. For like tanks or some such. They don't necessarily need dex or agility. But they could really use strength for hate holding. And HP for the whole not dying-y stuff. I'm going the wrong way, fool! So, I'm starting to regret some decisions I've made here. By some of them, I mean all of them. So it looks like I'm going to have to do the whole run around the long way sort of thing. Maybe I should have done this off screen. I was really hoping that I was like, okay, I could just run to the top of Delkfoot Tower, fight mobs for like 20 minutes, hopefully see it drop, and then we can go and steamroll Mott with like me and 4 healers. Because I will be summoning, now that I have that capability, because that's fucking OP as shit, I will be having Kupipi, Mihi, Millie, whatever the fuck I ended up calling her, Karaha, Baraha, and probably Fablinix. You give me some extra goody-goody gumdrops, sis. But, because what Mod is going to do is that he's going to 100 Fist like 5 seconds into the fight, and I'm going to need some super beefy heals, because if I don't get those, I'm gonna die. He will fucking wreck my life if I don't have a means of keeping myself alive very quickly, which is why I want to have all of the pocket healers. So that way they can see me dropping to half health, and then they're just going to be like, nope. We're just going to spam heal. But then again, they have a tendency to not heal unless I'm at, like, half health. So, I may be dead by that point, but we'll find out. We will certainly find out at some point in the near future, to be sure. This episode has sucked. I'm sorry. It's been, like, completely devoid of music and any sort of action. It's me running around town talking to 4 people and then chatting with you guys for, like, a solid 45 minutes because my shortcut wasn't actually a shortcut. God damn it. This is what happens when you follow a GPS. Don't look at me like that. Don't judge me! So, we're gonna summon trusts. Because I'm not about that life. And since I'm here, I can actually get the book. Sorry, I had to do a stretch. Excuse me. Look at the Grounds Tome, the whatever the fuck it is book. So that way, I might be able to get some extra experience while I'm farming the shit out of these things. So what you got for me? Now I gotta kill what now? This is not what I need. Jotun Hallkeeper. No. What about page 1? Level 34, 35. Isn't that crazy? Jotun Hallkeepers. Yes. And 2 members of the Bat family. Sure, why not? Frankly, shits are not to be given. Also, I gotta be super careful so I don't, pull all of the bad things. Well, since C is clearly the farther object, that is obviously where I need to go. A is just gonna take me somewhere I don't want to go. Hi, Stonemason. How you doing? Hey, Moss. Aren't you like a notorious dude? You get the fuck out of my way? Thanks. Appreciate that. Mwah. Alright, so 55 minutes in. I'm finally more or less where I want to be. Maybe. Like a MasterCard, except, you know, I'm a lot poorer than MasterCard. Now, the thing is, these guys also get super high level super quick, so I gotta be a little bit on the careful side. Because it's right around this area that all of a sudden, I'm like, surprise, bitch, you got, like, level 50s. You open that door and then he's like, woohoo! Guess what? You're in levels... Okay, so maybe we're taking Route A. Because that's like level 70 town. I mean, to be fair, the Hallkeepers are level 65 to 69. I'm level 66 right now, so I mean, it's not like I'm in super bad danger of dying, especially since I have my army of trusts behind me. I got Shantoto, it's all good. Shame that Shantoto isn't sub-white mage. Obviously, I can understand why, but there would be some bomb-ass heals. Now, you know what? I'm gonna get something out of this. So I need to murder you. I'm gonna have to punch you in the nuts a few times. I hope you don't mind. Just drop me something good so this will be useful, please. $116 gil. Worth it. Totally worth. Hi, Polyphorian, or whatever the hell your name is. Shit. Alright, let's try that again. So, let's go to map A. Or, whatever the frick this is. Stairwell? Yeah, stairs. I can, yeah. Go to stairwell A, see if maybe I can find whatever the hell it is I'm trying to, the Jotun Hallkeeper. What's up? How you doing? Good? Great. This had to have been where you leveled in like the pre-Xylart days, right? Wasn't Delphic Tower here? Because this totally screams to me as a, you know, dungeon leveling area type deal. That they would have been totally into you doing. Hi. You know what? Fuck it. I don't even care if you're level 70. Let's go. Fight me! Come on, hit me. I know you want me. I want you to hit me. Come on. And all that other bad Joker impressions. So this guy's like, what? Now he's very tough, so this guy is no pushover. It's a good thing I brought the trust, otherwise I may have gotten my ass kicked here. What the hell am I supposed to fight? Oh, Hall Keepers, Wild Keepers, and 2 members of the Bat family. But I don't want to kill Robin. That's, you know, happened enough. No, maybe I do use a Howling Fist. Is Howling Fist like the best of either that or like a Raging Fist sort of thing? Because Raging Fist is pretty goddamn baller. Raging Fist is amazing. But let's do Howling Fist. That did not impress me. I love seeing skill ups though. That's always a plus. Oh. Oh yeah. Quests. Objective list. Quiffum. Upper Delphic, yes, please and thank you. And Enkalagadakados. I will take you as well, my friend. So, Jotun Hallkeepers, huh? Incubus bats. Oh, that sounds like fun. Come here, bat. Ba-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Map. Wide scan, see if the people I need are here. Oh, it's a good thing I didn't go up to see, because that would have been literally nothing. Ah! Thank you for being basically a dick about it. Alright, so it's up. Okay. So, got it. Hot diggity damn Shantoto. Jesus. 2,000... Shantoto, you are a beast. You realize that, don't you? Well, obviously, I mean, she's... Yeah, that's way better than Dragon Kick. Way better than Dragon Kick. But then again, this is also a decent challenge, and that was very tough, but I'm going to ignore those little bits of context, because I like seeing big numbers, and I cannot lie, you other brothers can't deny that when a bat flies in with a little bitty face, and the those round fangs in your face, you get punched. I don't know, I'm not very good at this. Are these the ones I need to kill? Because I know I have to kill Hall Keepers, but there's also other, what the hell is this? Wild Keepers. It's Wild Keepers. The first one was Wall Keepers. Or Gatekeeper. I don't fucking know. I'm just gonna kill everything here and just hope it works. I'm gonna be honest here. Alrighty, thanks sweet Jesus. Just as I was about to call it for the night, I finally got the monk testimony. To be fair, it actually wasn't that bad. It was only like, I don't know, an additional 20 minutes or so. So in that case, let me go ahead and pop on this warp ring here, and we can head back to town. There's also like a level 85 NM on the floor above, and I was just kind of like, oh, you're scary. I don't want to deal with you. So yeah, I've been waiting for like 1 or 2 spawns. It's been pretty fucking sweet. So let's pop the warp ring. And then we get to see how well this shit actually works. Oh, God, I hope it works well. There's also going to be some editing in my future. Oh, Lord. So. How are you guys doing? Good, I hope. I do very much hope so. I don't ask that question to be, you know, a smartass. I actually am genuinely curious how you guys are doing. Because, I mean, everybody's got lives, everybody's got problems, and, you know, I almost want to start quoting Jay-Z's magnum opus, 99 Problems, but I can't think of any of the lyrics at all other than I've got 99 problems and a bitch ain't one. So, yeah. Anyway, we're going to be doing the Mott fight as a level 67 monk and an army of trusts because I'm cheap and that's how I decided to do it, damn it. And I think you're able to use it 3 times now. No. Yeah. No. No, 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 no. I do not want to drop the monk testimony. Thanks. So, what do you got from me, my friend? It wasn't so hard, now was it? I bet you wonder why I keep having you travel around the globe collecting all these rare and obscure items for me. I know what you're thinking. You're sick and tired of playing fetch for old Mott. You want a chance to show me what you're really made of. Well, now that you mention it, I think I'd be delighted to test your might with my own hands. That sounds... Well, 1, it sounds ominous. 2, it also sounds like a very subtle sex joke. I may look old, but I still have a lot of spunk in me. Yep, okay. Yep. Sex joke just got edged out real quick. Oh, I just thought about what I said. I can take anything and everything you got. What do you say? Get your chance to come back at me for all the trouble I put you through, and I'll get him some good exercise. Yes. So yeah, the monk's testimony, throw it in the burning circle, throw it in. I think it's only the first time it'll actually let you teleport here. Apparently, I guess in subsequent Mott fights, he's just like, well, use that now. Like, go F yourself. So, equip the things. Excuse me? Wake up, computer. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Yeah, put on that mind +1. That's gonna make all the difference in the world right now. The fuck am I? I think it's this way. No. No, it's gotta be this way, right? Yeah, that's where all the torches are, so it's gotta be. Is this Balga's Dais? Yep, Balga's Dais it is. Okay, so we're gonna trade him, Shim, the thingy. We're gonna trade it the monk testimony, and then it's gonna let me see if I can actually complete this or not. It also completely disables your sub-job, by the way. Yep. You're unable to call forth alter egos because you have attained Rhapsody and Umber. Woot woot. Okay, so what we're gonna do is, because I know the tank... Should I bother bringing a tank? Is he even going to attack me? I think he's just going to attack me anyway, right? So yeah, here's my strat. It's a good strat. I like it. Because I'm going to be doing enough... I mean, the thing is designed to be soloed, so... You know, I'm going to be doing more than enough damage. And where's Fablinix? Fablinix. There we go. I'm also going to cheat, and I'm going to use some sleeping potions here. I mean, I bought the entire stack, mainly because I wasn't going to pay 10k per, and I was like, hey, I may as well just grab a whole stack for 80k and then resell it for a profit, or at least to make my money back. Problem is, I used one accidentally. So now, womp womp. But yeah, apparently, since with the Oppo necklace, what I have equipped, it says regain plus 25. I gain 25 TP every tick. And it goes for 30 seconds, so that means I'm going to be gaining a full 1,000 TP. Yeah. Sleep deprivation. I'm going to be gaining 1,000 I'm going to be... I can use... words. 4 of these will give me an immediate weapon skill, basically. I just gotta wait a couple of minutes to get that 1,000 TP going on. Otherwise, it's really interesting that it's like... There are some things in this game that are made that don't seem to serve it. Like, why would you ever need a sleeping potion? Why would you ever need a potion that actively poisons you? Why would you want a potion that silences you? There are actually things in the game where you literally, legitimately want to be slept. You want to be silenced. Like, it's mind-blowing that there are actually times in the game where you actually want to have these status effects on you. You want to be able to call upon these status effects at certain times, because not having those status effects will make your life significantly more difficult. It's really weird that and I mean, it's a really cool game design that there are actually moments where you actually want to put yourself to sleep, because otherwise, you know, your life is going to be made a teeny tiny bit more difficult. because Mott will pretty much destroy my face, which is why I've given myself an army of healers, so that way, if and when I hit that point, I also gave myself a vial elixir and a couple of potion plus 3s, so that way, you know, I don't get my shit rocked, basically. A vial elixir is super quick, so that way if by 50%, you know, they're not casting anything. I mean, the casting spell is pretty quick, right? I'm hoping, maybe. I hope. I mean, the fight's gonna be quick either way, because I mean he's a monk, and it ain't gonna last very long otherwise. I am not using counter stance because fuck that. Okay. So I am no longer asleep. I'm gonna focus. I'm gonna dodge. Footwork, from my understanding, is completely and utterly useless. How's it going? You're casting fucking Protector and Shelra? That's cute. Alright guys, so whatever you do, please... Oh, they're healing me. Oh, thank you. Mwah, you're beautiful. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Please let me live. Oh, thank you guys for being... This is why I have an army of healers. This is cheap as shit, by the way. This is the cheapest shit of all time. And I recognize that. But I give 0 fucks. I have earned this right, damn it. Don't look at me like that. That's cheap as fuck. I don't even care. And you know what? And you know why I don't care? I didn't record it, unfortunately. But because I actually beat Red Mage. The goddamn Red Mage testimony. You know, I beat the Mott fight Red Mage by myself because I didn't know that existed. I didn't actually beat the Shadow Lord on my other character on Odin. So I beat that by myself. I had no trusts. As a Red Mage, okay? As an Elven Red Mage. And I died the first time because I was just like, I have no fucking clue what to do. And then the second time I was like, hey, here's some strats that are 10 years old where it involves, you know, sleep nuking and all that kind of stuff. And I got my ass kicked because my elemental skill was complete and utter shit tier. And then I was like, hey, you know what I can do? I literally was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to fight him the exact way I fought every other mob up to this point, which was just, you know, buff up with every buff that I can possibly get. Give myself like an end spell, like an arrow or in thunder or something like that. And I basically just beat the shit out of him with a sword. I beat the shit out of him, you know, and then I would bind him, run away, heal, pop Stone Stone again, you know, beat the shit out of him a little bit more, sleep him, and I could actually, and believe it or not, yes, I was actually able to sleep Mott, because I was an Elven Red Mage, which meant that I had super high mind, which meant that my silence and my sleep, well, excuse me, I could silence Mott, excuse me. I was able to silence Mott, because I was an Elven Red Mage that had super, super high mind, so my silences actually would land, so I was able to do myself that bit of a favor, so he didn't chain spell my, well, I mean, I silenced his chain spell, so that's probably the only reason I was even able to beat the third one, but yes, I managed to silence his chain spell and then just beat the shit out of him with a sword. And it was a glorious goddamn thing, I'm telling you that right now. I felt so damn good about myself, so you know what? Fuck it. I earned the use of trust. Y'all gonna have to deal with it, but fuck that. I beat Shattering Stars, and now I'm going to have 75 cap open, so... Also, if you congratulated me, thank you. I have to admit, there was one fine display of fighting. It's kind of hard to believe, but did you know that Juneau was once a rundown, tiny little fishing village? Now look at her. There isn't a soul in Valendale who doesn't know her beauty. Let me tell you a story. Long ago, there was a man, captain of a fishing boat he was, who lived a modest life in the peaceful harbors of Juneau. It was often hard for him to make ends meet, but he and his fishing buddies had no complaints. They loved their tiny village. However, one stormy night, fate came knocking at his door when he rescued 2 strange lads from the nearby waters. From that day on, the wheels of change began to turn. There was something different, something special about those 2. They possessed a great deal of knowledge and leadership, and in just a short period of time, they transformed Juneau from an insignificant dot on the map into a giant metropolis. At first, the captain welcomed these changes with open arms. However, he later began to ask himself if it was all truly for the good of Juneau, or if the city was just being used as a piece of some bigger plan to put in motion by two mysterious men. But by then it was too late. Juneau and the people living within her walls had changed. There was no turning back. And so the captain decided, while he still had life in his bones, he would make it his mission to remain and watch over his hometown. I'm assuming the captain is him, yes? Good day, Mott. Oh, if it isn't Dr. Monborough. You're looking quite healthy these days, old chap. As healthy as a hobgoblin, thanks to your treatment. You sure know how to keep your patients happy. Just doing my job. By the way, you mentioned this captain watching over Juneau. Juneau? What? Juneau. What exactly was he making sure of? Well, he was probably just making sure that everybody was happy. You know, I think you're probably right. There are many things out there that threaten the happiness of all Juneauans. Juneauans? Yeah. And he couldn't stand to sit back and watch that happiness be snatched away from them. That's why you become a clown. Well, we look at the time. I must be getting back to the infirmary. Take care, my friend. Don't worry, Doctor. I always do. Oh, and you keep working on Wolfgang. Once he sees what's really going on in this place, he'll start to change. I know it. So in other words, Mott knows that this city is basically being used for ill intent, and he's just like, nope, fuck it. I'm going to train an army of people to beat my ass so that way they can beat his ass, and that way I can, you know, clear my conscience or some shit. I'm assuming that's where this is going? Oh, where was I? As much as I long to see it, it's likely I won't be around when the truth finally comes out. Oh, young adventurers like you will. That's why I want you to be all that you can be. Do not forget the hardships that you have endured to make it this far. Maybe one day you, too, will find something worth giving your life to protect. They say that there is a beginning, there is an end. However, I believe that some things, like memories, don't have to end. That's where you young folk come in. That's all this simple old man can ask for. Fuck yes, bitches. I'm level 7. Well, not level 75. I've gotten level 75 cappy to goodness, man. Cappy to cappity, cappity, cappity. Just tappity tap tap. Oh god, I just want fucking full Adam Sandler. Gah! Alright, well, that was fun. There's gonna be a lot of editing for me involved to get all this done, but if you like what you saw, feel free to leave a like, do anything more. That's caps lock. Feel free to subscribe if you want to send hate mail and groovy dude, go for it, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out.